Hi and Assalamualaikum that I bid to our beloved lecturer, which is Madam Sharifah Nadia binti Said Nasruddin. Okay, today we will present assessment 3, which is persuasive speech. So the presentation will start by the first presenter for today, which is Ikma Fitri bin Ismail, then Nik Nur Natasha binti Nik Muhammad Jalal, after that Nur Alia Kistina binti Izwan Izam, next Nur Amirah Rukaini binti Amran, after that Nur Shahirah Sharah binti Muhammad Shahrizam, and the last but not least Alif Nur Ilman bin Zamri. Okay, Ikmal, you may start.
Okay, thank you, Nino Ain. Now, allow me to start. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhammad Ismail from ED 2461B. The title of my persuasive speech are Lend Me Your Ears, Teenagers. Allow me to emphasize the importance of being polite to the teenagers. Taking a quotation by a famous American author, Brandon Sanderson, being polite is to a person is not a sign of respect for them. It is merely a sign of a good upbringing and a balanced nature. Have you guys considered about others' feelings? Do you have ever regret what you say to others? Attitude and the way of speech is the mirror of a person's self for others. The main problem is nowadays there's a lot of teenagers that being rude toward others. For some perspective of them, being rude are considered a savage attitude and a threat. We need to change this attitude and a way of thinking because we don't want the new generation that consider being rude and harsh others by their words is a normal attitude. As a person, we need to implant the youngest with a polite speech, attitude, and gesture toward others. Rudeness are referring to a bad behavior or just losing manners, where politeness implies being aware of and respecting the feeling of others. Although we might not always notice whether someone is being kind to the others, we are more likely to notice rudeness or unkind behavior. It is easy to spot rude and careless behavior in others, but it can be challenging to spot the same trait in yourself. Even everyone are aware that we must respect each other. We all understand that we need to respect one another. Unfortunately, many people are unwilling to show respect to another person. Some of them like to be impolite. In actuality, lots of individual didn't get approach didn't get any thinking or approach in this factors. This mindset need to be altered if you need to have a happy existence. Knowing the value of being nice to everyone, whether they are be children, adults, teenager, or senior citizen, is quite important. The social problem of today's are the what lead to the respectful behavior in various things. Today's teen culture is heavily influenced by social media. According to the studies, 90% of youth between age 13 to 17 years old have used social media. While having social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter can be great for communication with one another, they can also be troublesome uh, for a number of reasons. While social media have some benefit, it also have many drawbacks. Teenagers today are addicted to social media. Attaching and spending too much time with social media can cause one to isolate themselves with another's nearby in real life, which is considered to be um, is considered to be a bad behavior for elders, and they believe you being disrespectful for them. This show disrespect to a person that you're speaking to, and will result in them getting irritated and per, uh, and per, and reprimanding you. As an illustrating, if you are spending time with your family, but you are still on your phone and not participating in the conversation, when that's occur, you will dispute with them as well, since you lack of empathy for another people's feeling. Teenagers, pay attention. While you are still teenagers, happiness is the most crucial aspect in your life. You will consider ways to be always joyful and have fun. However, teenagers, life is not quite so straightforward. You should respect for elders since they have a wealth of experience and information that you can learn from them by having the conversation. Other than that, being cautious make both one another's and oneself feel less stressed. You will be ready to come out of your shell and engage with another freely. Once you realize that people can speak to you with respect, people are always free to meet and talk about their challenging situation. Being nice increase the productivity of one individual and their interpersonal level, since it makes one feel valued. Now, I'm sure everyone can see the importance of being polite in our life. So here's some suggestion how we can be polite to realize the benefit of cautious speech, manners, and attitude. Let's evaluate these following scenarios. You are want to talk to someone that you like, since you are just met her, you hardly know her. Therefore, your first priority must be to make a good impression for her. To do this, try to speak her in a polite manner while maintain a soft voice and smiling face. When you do that, she will undoubtedly assume that you are a very intelligent man who has raised in a respectful home. She is eager and drawn to get to know you as the result. This demonstrates the value of the manners. It can alter someone's life. People will always believe you are a nice person if you have smile and act politely, even if you are in a wrong path due to circumstances, and that you can return the right route and turn back to be the nice person. To be polite is not very too hard. Always use the word please, I'm sorry, excuse me, and thank you. Make sure to thank people for their ideas and contribution. And always ask for when you ask for something, always say with the word please. If you are offering something, say yes, please, or no, thank you. If you want to give a comment on someone's opinion, you can say I'm sorry before commenting. It can help prevent you from hurting others' feelings. Other than that, be sensitive of gender, ethnicity, religions, political belief, and any other potential challenging topics. And also, don't forget to use appropriate words. Additionally, refrain from mentioning anything offensive and potentially controversial. Next, take the ownership of your mistake. If you do something wrong that could be seen impolite and embarrassing people, apologize right away. This demonstrates how you care about others' feelings. Good manners are free, but can make significant difference in how others perceive you or the organization you represent. When you polite and respectful, others are more likely to be polite and respectful in return. So let's be polite to one another. By being polite, it can beneficial lots of people in this world. Thousands of benefits can be gained by being polite. Being polite did not cost even a penny to a person, but it can help change a person's life. Being polite can help you reduce the stress of both parties. Imagine you have a long stressful day and tiring day from work, but when you return home, your family welcoming you with a big smile and asking you how was your day with a soft tone. For example, like you going home and your mother asks you, "Hi dear, how was your day today?" And this will make you feel like, this is home. This creates a setup of mindset that make you want to go home every day and love your family so much is you automatically recharge your mood and energy. Now, when you're happy, you will also make others happy. For example, by bringing your family to the park, go shopping together, playing together, or even a simple one, having conversation, share jokes, laughing together, and give significant happiness to everyone. Now, everyone, can you see how a little and simple thing of being polite play a role on giving a huge impact of someone's life? To sum it up, being polite are important and should be practiced by everyone in their life. If everyone are being polite and respecting one another, it can close the gap and the boundaries of different race, age, and gender. This contributes to the society being united and having a good relationship. Like this, represent the image of a person background. All my beloved fellas, I would like to invite you. Let's treat everyone with love, respect, and honor, just like how we wanted our feeling to be treated. Prevent from unconsciously offending others with the words, and by always take time. It can be uh, it can be done by always thinking before commenting on others. Let's start now, raising the value of oneself together by simply being polite. That's all from me. Thank you for listening. Now I'm gonna pass it to the Nick Noai Natasha to continue.
Thank you to Ikmal Fitri. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi and Assalamualaikum. According to the World Sleep Association, there is a rising trend in the sleep disorders and the number of affected populations in the country is rising as well. The statistics also found that 35% of Malaysians have some sort of sleeping disorders, while over 53% of Malaysia's workforce get less than the minimum 7 hours sleep in a 24 hours period, with at least 51% suffering from work-related stress. Additionally, 9 out of 10 Malaysians also experience some level of sleeplessness and have one or more types of sleeping issues. So you could be wasting your money, wasting your time, and even risking your life. Being tired avoids us from achieving our full potential, and every day we try and fit our work, our schooling, and our personal life in a mere 24 hours. I am Nick Norai Natasha binti Nick Muhammad Jalal. So I am here for today to urge you to guys to take more about nap. Okay, why we need to take and have a good napping? Okay, firstly, I want to highlight the words of sleep deprivation. Have you guys even heard about the effects of sleep deprivation? What will happen to yourself if you always have a sleep deprivation? Is it will lead you to death? I am very sure nobody wants to die in a young ages, right? Nowadays, people always complain about sleep deprivation on the social media, such as on the Instagram and Twitter. Based on my observations and research, sleep deprivation can happen because of the poor sleep hygiene, lifestyle choices, work obligations, sleep disorders, and the other medical conditions. Sleep deprivation is frequently caused by voluntary decisions that limit the amount of sleep time accessible. For example, someone who stays up late to binge watch a TV show can suffer from severe sleep deprivation. These choices may be easier to make and appear less conscious at the time if your sleep schedule is erratic. Another frequent cause of lack of sleep is work obligations. Working numerous jobs or long hours may prevent some people from getting adequate sleep. It may be challenging for shift workers who must stay up late to obtain the rest they truly require. Medical conditions or other sleep problems may contribute to the sleep deficit. For instance, sleep apnea, which is breathing condition that causes several overnight awakenings, may reduce the quantity and the quality of sleep. The quantity and the quality of sleep might be affected by the other physical or mental health issues, such as pain or generalized anxiety disorder. Have you been think that actually poor nap or sleep can also trigger or worsen other health conditions, creating a complex chain of cause and effect? Effect for the insomnia. I think when the person was diagnosed an insomnia disease that are caused by themselves, it will make their life become miserable. Okay, now I will tell you some of the celebrities who are struggle with their sleep, just like us, or in a simple word, celebrities that was diagnosed with insomnia, such as Mariah Carey, Kim Cattrall, and Christina Applegate. Most of the reasons why they can get the insomnia because they are working too much. Now, you get my point why I say napping is a need and important even though you just to take a napping for 10 minutes only. Based on the report that stated by a reporter about statistics of sleep deprivation in Malaysia, of the top sleep problems encountered, 46% say it is due to waking in the middle of the night, while 32% say they feel tired and unrested in the morning. Some 31% say they feel sleepy throughout the day. In fact, 66% of those surveyed say they face such problems at least once a week. The survey showed that the average Malaysian sleeps 6.3 hours, although it is recommended to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. 4 out of 10 take more than 30 minutes to sleep, even though the normal rate is 10 to 20 minutes. The survey also said 6 in 10 Malaysians claim that having an unhealthy lifestyle and spending too much time on phones have also caused them difficulty to fall asleep and to stay asleep. Additionally, 52% say they are unable to sleep due to the stress, anxiety, and depression, while 26% blame it on environmental issues. As such, the top 5 consequences of sleep disorders include having a 40% of headache, 37% of fatigue, 37% of trouble thinking or concentrating, 33% of shoulder or neck pain, and 26% of as well as temperament and mood swings. So, did you guys see how the power and the importance of napping in our life? Without getting enough napping in your daily day, it will make your life become worse, such as you will be lack of cognitive function, decrease the learning of ability, and increase the risk of infections. Just imagine that how would you feel if you are not getting enough napping? I am surely believe that we will feel very tired and lazy to go through in that day. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, if you do not follow and taking care about your napping, I am very sure this will give a very bad effects to your health and emotion, such as you will easily to get sick like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. It happens because your body are not able to impair the body's ability to fight off the illness. Too little nap weakens your immune system's defenses against viruses like those that cause the common cold and flu. You are more likely to get sick when you are exposed to those germs. One fact that you need to know is if you nap less than 5 hours at night, the risk to get heart disease are very high. Other than that, you may easily feel stressed because you cannot think properly. Like the normal person, such as you will always forget the normal stuff. It happens because of the lack of nap and your brain cannot function it well, including your memory, decision making, reasoning, and problem solving worsen along with reaction time and alertness. Studies have been said that not getting enough nap can lower your learning abilities by as much as 40%. The last but not least, lack of nap can lead your skin suffers. Okay, as we know, skin is the largest organ of the body. I am very sure that we could not exist without properly functioning skin. For your information, lack of nap may affect the production of the collagen, which resulting in a breakdown in the barrier function of the skin and mucous membranes. In one study, a group of people between the ages of 30 and 50 were evaluated based on their sleep habits and the condition of their skin. The result revealed that those with too little nap had more fine lines, wrinkles, uneven skin color, and marked looseness of the skins. Okay, now I want you to imagine if you still want to take risks in your life and make your life become miserable without getting enough nap, I am very sure that you will facing with a lot of problem in terms of health, emotion, and your cognitive. In a conclusion, getting enough nap is very essential. So what are you waiting now? Starting from today, I hope and begging to all of you to take care of your nap and live happily. Remember, do not risk your life with health problem. As long we can avoid it, just avoid it. And I want you to always pin on your mind that prevent is better than cure. We have a lot of action that we can do to make our life become worth and great. Okay, so that's all from me, and have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Okay, now I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Nick Nur Natasha. Do you know what is self-love? Self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from action that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. Hello, Assalamualaikum. I am Nur Alia Kristina binti Izaizam. So today, I wanted to share with you a topic called Self-Love Starts with Self-Care. Nice. Okay, to start self-love, you must start with self-care by showing and taking care of yourself physically and mentally. This is because practicing self-care is an action-oriented way that we can show ourselves self-love. Next. But before that, we know that people might not really care about taking care of themselves. They tend to neglect their well-being too. Often, people mistakenly believe that self-care and self-compassion are selfish. The common reason why people fail to take care of their body is because people suffer from stress and anxiety, meaning that you are physically burnt out due to long-term stress, and this can lead to muscle ache, muscle tension, and low energy. Stress may affect us in various ways. We got exhausted by it in other parts like physical well-being, mental acuity, and spiritually as well. And sometimes they fail to make good decisions in life. This may lead people to handle their stress with wrong coping mechanisms such as vaping, drugs, alcohol, and many more. The other reason why people neglect self-care and not interested practicing it because they are too busy. Their days filled with unlimited workloads, as nowadays people are likely to work from home since COVID-19 hits worldwide. They started working or doing work in morning until late night. Therefore, they have no time to taking care of themselves and felt tired due to overload works. This is somehow real, as student like me doesn't even have time to spend doing things we like because there are too many assignments we need to do and submit. Other than that, people also felt unmotivated to do self-care because they are suffering high expectation from people, and the people keep comparing a person with another. People set high expectation on them, and if that person cannot meet the expectation, it can make someone feel insecure about themselves. People who feel insecure will think that they are not good enough because cannot fulfill the standards that exist. After all, shouldn't you think that caring for yourself is one of the most incredible things you can do for yourself? When you empower yourself, you will have greater strength, energy, and desire to share your gift with the people around you. If you start loving yourself, you will gain benefits in terms of inner and outer well-being, especially physical, mental, and also emotional. Why? When we spend some time nourishing our daily lives help to improve our quality of life, we live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. Therefore, you have to make a self-care plan for yourself in order to fulfill your emotional, mental, and physical needs. That is why you have to plan proper activities for yourself, whether you want to pamper with manicure or pedicure session or do an intense workout. If you follow the self-care plan that you made for yourself, you may experience the benefits as well. Here are the reasons why you need one proper self-care plan to start to love yourself. Firstly, finding time for self-care activities that bring you joy and relieve stress is beneficial to your mental health and well-being. Activities like connecting with others or daily exercise are simple but effective way to maintain a state of well-being. Regular exercise release chemicals like endorphin and serotonin that improve your mood. It also helps you think more clearly and improve your memory. Some self-care activities can train your mind, like learning a new language. They can help you build your mental fitness, which can strengthen your mental health and help you avoid mental exhaustion. Secondly, it helps to manage stress and anxiety. As you know, stress is a universal feeling experienced daily by many of us. Continued stress increases the risk of developing anxiety, depression, and workplace burnout. Creating a self-care plan is critical when it comes to managing stress and anxiety, as it helps to cope with feelings of depression more easily. When we practice self-love, the parasympathetic nervous system is activated. This allows us to relax our minds and bodies. According to Dr. Herbert Benson, director of the Benson-Henry Institute for Mind and Body Medicine, some of the best self-care practices that counter the stress response include deep abdominal breathing, yoga, visualization, pilates, and more. Thirdly, you may also prevent illnesses such as stroke, heart disease, and cancer because you take care of your mind and your body. The more you engage in activities that promote good hygiene, nutrition, and an active lifestyle, the more likely you are to keep illness at bay and strengthen your immune system. And last but not least, it can also maximize your productivity. Prioritizing self-care is the key to becoming more productive at home and in the workplace. Dr. Russell Thackeray, a licensed clinical psychologist, explains that people who practice self-care have better cognitive abilities, including better focus and concentration. As a result, they tend to produce more. When you give yourself exactly what you need to function at your highest potential, your work performance will naturally improve. In a nutshell, as a student who are very busy with assignments and presentation, I'll make sure to keep my self-care plan simple as I can. And what important is when you choose activities that you love, doing things that bring your joy is the key to sticking to your routine. So, don't be hard on yourself and start to love yourself more when you do more self-care. Hence, to start practicing self-care, you must start to self-love if you want to experience new journey of yourself. You don't have to feel insecure anymore because you have changed yourself. Trust me, if you practice self-love, you will develop your confidence level more, and it can also increase in value yourself. I'll end my speech today with a research from a national survey from United States of America. The research found that if you practice self-care, 64% can enhance self-confidence, 67% can increase productivity, and 71% increase happiness. And from a physical health perspective, self-care also reduce heart disease, stroke, and cancer. So, the choice is yours. Let's start self-care. That's all from me. Thank you for listening. Till next time. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum. Okay, I'll pass to Amirah Rukaini.
Okay, thank you, Alia Christina. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Amira. So I'm here to talk to you about life-threatening sequence smoking can have and why I believe that it should be illegal in public. Next slide. Smoking is the action or habit of inhaling and exhaling the smoke of tobacco by sucking on the end of cigarette, cigar and pipe. Did you know out of Malaysian 32 million population, the number of smokers is estimated to be 7 million or 21.8%. Malaysia is ranked 78 in a per capita cigarette consumption with an average 441 cigarette smoke per person aged 15 or older. You may be shocked hearing the percentage of smokers in Malaysia quite high. Across the world, even in the deepest area, millions of people are smoking. Every minute of every day, these smokers, young and old, are paying for cigarettes to feed their deadly craving. Last year, over 42,000 people died from lung cancer. Are you aware that a single cigarette contains 400 chemical and over 4,000 toxic substances? Just imagine all of this inside your body. Next. The government tried to create a few laws and rules regarding smoking in public area. Starting 1 June 2008, it is an offense to smoke in a private office space with a central air conditioning. Smoker floating the ban may be fined up 10,000 or 2 years of imprisonment. As of 1 January 2019, it is illegal to smoke in all restaurants in Malaysia. Additionally, owners of restaurants who fail do not display a no smoking fine can face fine of up 3,000 or prison sentence of 6 months. But did you think all of this statement affection and be used in long term? For me, this law be used in just permanent time, not longer period time. There are convincing arguments in favor of the ban because smoking ultimately leads to serious health crises. Supporters of the ban have a various reasons to state. Firstly, as we know, children are easily influenced by something in their growing stage because they cannot differentiate between right and wrong attitude. They will think that action is legal for smokers smoke in public. Besides that, teenagers who see people smoke in public take it as precedent to start smoking as well. There is a saying that goes, monkey see, monkey do, which tells us that people imitate the action of others as they see it in their daily life. Some teenagers think that smoking marks their transitions into adulthood and maturity. Hence, not just children can influence by it, but teenagers can start smoking due to see other people smoke in public place. Next, smokers smoking in public area without consider of surrounding that can contribute to second-hand smoke kills. Studies have shown that second-hand smoke kill can cause sudden infant death syndrome, respiratory infections, and asthma attack in children. The Center for Disease Control, CDC, state that second-hand smoke exposure causes 3,400 lung cancer deaths and 22,700 until 69,600 heart disease deaths annually among adult non-smokers in the United States. CDC 2009. This means that just by being in public areas where other people smoke, they are subjected to breathing in toxic fumes. A nationwide ban on public smoking could prevent as many as 154,000 heart attacks each year. These findings are particularly important in light mounting evidence that second-hand smoke exposure is nearly as harmful to the heart as a chronic active smoking. Direct smoking double risk of heart attack, while second-hand smoke increase the risk by 30%. Okay, next slide. As a result, I'm here to try to convince people and government together create the solution from this all problem through ban smoking in public place. This theory is proven in a report published in the Daily Mail 2008, stating at least 400,000 people in England have quit smoking as a result of the ban of lighting up in a public place that was introduced last July. It could also help time break their addiction to cigarettes. Furthermore, as an adult, they should be a good role model, especially for kids, to show the good attitude and be a person who can give a good influence for young generation. Therefore, if the government and people fight together for this law, the solution can create a healthy and improve million health of people. Next. This idea given should be done a long time ago. If the current situation continue, the health of many people will remain in danger, not just to smoker, also people around them. Other than that, if you follow my suggestions, it can encourage people to take steps to better their quality life and to take care of themselves as well as the people around them. By banning smoking in all public areas, it can support for the fact that smoking is bad, and it helps to set change to the mindset in people. Furthermore, smoking will not longer be an issue when none of smokers smoke near them because nobody is allowed to smoke in public. People's right to breathe fresh and clean air should be protected, and along with their right to maintain a healthy lifestyle without breathing in second-hand smoke. So please, be rational, not selfish. Just because of your bad habit, you put others' life in danger. Think about health and family. To conclude, there is no doubt that the effect smoking is life-threatening and seriously affect many people. The government should hear and consider about this suggestion. Did you see this displeasure and act on it? Despite smoker agreeing that they have a right to smoke, they don't. It should be what is considered best for majority of people welfare, which is for smoking in public be banned. If smoking be illegal, I believe the world and community will be healthier and happier. Is it that what of you want? That's all from me. Thank you for lending your ears and concentration during my speech. Bye and Assalamualaikum. I will pass to Nur Shahira Shara.
Thank you, Amira Rukaini. Now I will begin my speech. Children's safety when traveling in a car. Hi and Assalamualaikum. So here I am to talk about an idea that related to prevention and care of the children's safety. Children are the most hardly to be controlled because they still in the phase of growing up. They still in the phase to explore and getting experience. So we as an adult should take the responsible to take care of them. My name is Nur Shahira Shara binti Muhammad Shahriza. My metric number 2022914595. So let's begin. Next slide. As what we know, children are hardly to be controlled to sit properly when traveling in a car. Most of the children are hyper when boarding a car. They will not behave nicely. This is because we don't buckle up them properly. Based on the statistic in 2019, about 38% children involved in accidents because of they don't buckle up. This is why many countries strictly the rules for people to fasten the seatbelt when boarding. When the kids don't buckle up, they will feel free to go around and play as what they want in the car. When traveling, children had no discipline when boarding a car. They can be jumping around in the car and attract to touch the steering or push up the buttons randomly. This can distract the driver focus when driving and can lead to the accident happen. This will be dangerous for the children and other passengers. When driving on the highway, driver need more focus because all the cars are speeding. So that's why it is important to keep children disciplined when boarding. Otherwise, children mostly are small and not have the same size with the standard car seat that already been provided. Then, the airbags are designed to blow out from the dashboard when the car hits something. So when the accident happens, this will be dangerous. The airbag will be blown out. The children might be injured because of the airbag pressure them to the car seat. I told the audience the real stories of my cousin. When she was 4 years old, she got into a car accident. She was sitting in front of passenger seat. She was standing when the car accident happened. Then, when the airbag blew out, her neck stuck to the head pillow at the passenger seat for about an hour. She felt difficult to breathing as she collapsed. Her necks are sprained at the time. She was lucky that SOS emergency came immediately at that time. Could you imagine if that happened for more than 3 hours? What will be happen to her at the time? That is why it is really dangerous for the kids if they don't behave when boarding a car because we never know when the accident could be happen. Airbags are designed to protect passengers, but it could lead to dangerous. Passengers can be drowning because of the airbag and maybe have some injuries. Airbag could make passenger drowning. That's why when accidents happen on the road, the rate of the children died and have a bad injuries are higher than adults. It is because kids are really fragile and easily to getting injured. Their body are still small size and their bones are still soft, uh, easily to sprain or fractures. So that's why we need to think of the initiative of the children's safety when traveling in a car. We need to think on how we want to keep our kids to behave and have a safe journey. Okay, so we go to the next slide. So this is what you need when boarding with the kids in a car and travel around. First of all, you need to make sure they already fasten their seatbelt properly so it can reduce the risk of injuries when accident happen. If they don't buckle up, they can be hitting by the dashboard or by the front passenger seat and it could be leads to the head injuries. Head injuries are really bad because it could lead to death. As well, we know, head are the part of body that are really fragile. If you want the kids to sit properly, let them be comfortable and to sit and do something, such as keep the children happy by chatting, listening to the music or stories, having healthy snacks, and so on. This can help them to sit properly when travel in a long journey to the destination. As the fakes, kids are easily to get bored if they had nothing to do. That's why parents need to provide them with some activities to do. Let them enjoy the trip. As what we know, kids are behave if they have something to do. Maybe parents can give them to play video games on the mobile phone so they will focus on the games and not distract the driver. Then, make sure to lock up the door before start driving and use the child lock as well. It is because they can open the door when the car are moving and it could be really dangerous for the kids if they jump out from the car. It is because the kids are likely to explore based on what people surround them to do. So it could be so worried if they explore to try out to open the door by themselves. If the car are moving fast, the kids can fall out from the car because the door are open so there are no protection at all. So we go to the next slide. Okay, as my suggestion, parents should have the car seat that are suitable for the kids. The child car seat can make sure them to sit properly. They can't jumping around when sit in their own car seat. They will sit in their position and not changing the seat and go near to the driver and touch the steering or else. Also, they will be more comfortable when travel. Most of the design of the car seat are made by the cushion, so it can make the kids feel comfort. When children are comfortable, engaged, and happy in the car, they will not distract the driver. Then, by using the car seat, driver can focus on their driving. They don't need to worry if their children are not sitting and will disturb them. They can focus on their driving and their kids can enjoy the trip. They don't need to fight and struggle with the kids when boarding in a car. At the same time, children can be more disciplined. These are good to train the disciplines and to control their behavior. Car seats should be needed for the family that have kids. Meanwhile, the child car seats are made with high safety designs. Their already seatbelt can be adjustable so you can fasten the child's seatbelt properly. Then the size of the child car seats are designed for the children, so you no need to worry if the car seats are too big for the kids to buckle up themselves or kids will escape from the seat. They can sit in the car seat and they are happy to go around because the car seats are mostly big size, so there will no space for the kids to jumping around in the car. So, going to the next slide. Okay, remember, prevention is better than cure, so take a good care of your children and you can enjoy the trip. End of my speech. Don't let the children be into dangerous. Make sure to reach the destination safely together. That's all from me. Thank you. Now I will pass to Alif Ilman to continue.
Thank you to Nur Shahira. Hi and Assalamu alaikum to my beloved lecturer and to everyone in this meeting. So for today, I am going to be talking about my persuasive speech topic, which is how runners can avoid knee pain. Could you please move to the next slide? Okay, thank you. Okay, before I briefly explain about the main topic, I would like to ask, how many of you love to run? I don't care if you are a beginner or what. If you love to run, you are considered a runner. So have you ever experienced knee pain while running? If yes, we definitely have the same experience. If you want to know, runner's knee, which is also known as patellofemoral pain syndrome, is an overuse injury that affects as many as 30% of female runners and 25% of male runners. And that makes it the most common running related injury. If you encounter this kind of knee pain, you will feel pain during activities that require you to bend the knee. Could you please move to the next slide? Okay, sorry for the internet connection. Okay, continue. So, why do you need to avoid knee pain? It is because there's a lot of disadvantages when you get knee pain. I'm pretty sure that you definitely don't want to get knee pain. You know why? Firstly, when you have knee pain, your performance will inevitably drop. It is due to the fact that you need to rest for a long period of time in order to let your knee fully recover. Therefore, you may encounter a phase that we mainly call as a reversibility, where your aerobic capacity decreases. Can you imagine after all the hard work, determination, consistency, and enthusiasm that you put in your training sessions, and suddenly you have to stop your training program just because of the knee injury? I'm sure that this is something that we all want to avoid, especially elite runners. Okay, next, if you experience knee pain, especially a severe knee pain such as meniscus tear, ACL, MCL, LCL, and PCL tear, you might need surgery. If you want to know, this surgery will require a lot of money. Even if you go to the government hospital, the cost could also be around 5 to 10,000 ringgit. It is quite expensive, right? Unless you have insurance, it should be fine. But the main point here is the surgery is still require a lot of money, and I am sure that you don't want to waste your money just to fix your knee, right? Okay, lastly, if you get knee pain, it will disturb your daily activities. For instance, you might feel discomfort and pain while using the stairs, as every movement will give a stress to your knee. Other than that, chronic knee pain can be exhausting. Basic movements such as sitting in a low chair can become obstacles for you. Okay, could you please move to the next slide? Okay, thank you. So how can runners avoid knee pain? There are two crucial things that runners should do in order to avoid having knee pain while running. So what is it? The answer is by implementing strength exercise and using a proper running form. These two things are the most crucial factors that most runners always abandoned. Okay, next slide, please. What are the benefits of strength exercise? Okay, look, most runners, especially beginner runners, perpetually think that they should run every day in order to improve their performance. Thus, they do not put the strengthening exercise in their training program as they think strengthening exercise is not essential as their main focus is to improve their aerobic capacity and not strength. But the truth is, strength exercise is ultimately beneficial as it helps to strengthen the muscles around your lower body part. For instance, stronger quadricep muscles in the leg can help to protect against cartilage loss behind the kneecap. Other than that, strength exercise will help to keep your knees stable while running, as well as to enhance leg flexibility and reduce tightness. So the primary reason why most beginner runners tend to get knee pain is due to the fact that their leg muscles are weak, typically the muscles around the knee joint. Okay, could you please move to the next slide? All right, thank you. So next is proper running form. So most runners, especially beginner runners, are not using the proper running form. The most common error in running form is the land pipe, or in running we generally call as a foot strike. So most beginner runners tend to use heel strike. So what is heel strike? Heel strike is when you land with your heel on the ground first before the rest of your foot lands. So running with a heel strike will make you more susceptible to injuries. It is because with heel strike running form, there are greater impacts of forces as pronation occurs and the lower leg rotates inward. This can cause pain in the kneecap, especially if excessive pronation occurs. There is one small study from Harvard University which found that among 52 cross-country runners, heel strikers had twice the rate of mild to moderate repetitive stress injury in a single year. So, what is the proper foot strike? The answer is mid-foot strikes. Mid-foot strike is considered the most neutral strike. Mid-foot strike land in the center of their foot with their body weight evenly distributed to the ankles, hips, back, and knees. So this will allow your body to better absorb the impact forces while running. Thus, it can reduce the stress on your knee while running. Other than that, mid-foot runners will be able to run efficiently. All right, before I end my speech for today, with my hand on my heart, as a person who loves to run, I would like to advocate you guys to implement the strength exercise, and please do not forget to use a proper running form. It is because I utterly don't want you guys to get injured, as running should be fun, and it is not supposed to be painful. So that's all from me. Thank you. Hashtag running with free injury.
Okay, thank you to Alif Ilman. So that's all from us for today. Thank you for lending your ears and eye for hearing our persuasive speech. Have a great day and thank you. Bye.